vibrato.
I do my thing.
Yeah, you looking like you looking real Yeah, nah, this is beautiful. This is different.
Thank you.
This is like Egyptian type, Egyptian type look.
So the reason why I look like this is because I'm in the process of growing my hair out.
Mm-hmm.
And anybody that knows, if you had a mohawk and your side shaved, that you're in the awkward stage. So I got to figure out ways to still look fly and not look crazy. So I bought a bunch of turbans, and I'm gonna keep my hair braided, my mohawk braided, and just wear turbans.
So this turban season.
Turban season. Yeah.
I didn't know that. You didn't run that past me or nothing. Like you know?
I made an executive decision to just do that.
Okay. All right.
Welcome back.
Yes.
We are back. Friends Who Smash podcast. We are back.
Excited.
Happy New Year. It is
Happy
2022.
Yes,
we
is.
made it through the pandemic. Well, the first pandemic. Now we on the third pandemic.
Is this? I
just heard this week that they got another variant coming out called the Florona. Flu and Corona.
Are you serious? Are you for real?
Yes. My sister sent me an article from Google News.
They just making stuff up now. The Florona.
I started screaming. But yes, y'all, we are back. Friends Who Smash podcast. We haven't been here in about 2 years now.
Yeah, it's been
We're very excited to come back and to do this with you all and for you all and for us.
For us. This
is a healing podcast. This is a podcast about conversations that are raw, uncut, vulnerable, and open.
Yeah.
Very open. We don't rehearse anything. We may talk about what we should talk about, but when we get here to the table, we just talk.
What you mean? What you mean we may talk about what we should talk about?
Like we may say, well, what should we talk about on the podcast?
Oh, okay.
This episode.
Oh,
but
yeah.
We may do that, but overall we'll come up with a subject
and then just go at it.
Yeah,
because
that's what we do.
I want to say creative in discussions. Our discussions always lead to something else, whether good or bad. They always lead to something else. Or indifferent. Or all of them together in one conversation.
Before we move forward, I want to shout out to Spizzy. Drink Spizzy on Instagram. My husband's best friend and his best man, Victorious Hall, and his wife, Tinslin. Thank you so much for allowing us to share space with you all. Thank you so much for having this dream and executing and creating a space for the community to come and elevate in their own personal endeavors. So we appreciate that so much. So y'all go and check out Spizzy at the Brandywine location and in Temple Hills, Camp Springs location. You can follow them on Instagram. I keep saying
Temple Hills.
It's Camp Springs.
It is?
Yeah, you can follow them on Instagram at Drink Spizzy. That's 2 Z's and a Y at Drink Spizzy. So shout out to the Spizzy family.
Yes. So we here in the Spizzy Studios.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Doing what we do.
Of course, my husband will make it a studio.
It gotta be. We set it up. Now people won't be trying to rent out his studio, and I'm gonna get a cut. Vic, remember, I don't know what we deserve, 10, 20%. But yeah, man. This has been a journey. Like getting to this point for us. A lot of people look at our marriage from the wedding and they just see fairy tale. I mean, even from the beginning, a lot of people saw fairy tale. Of course, that's all that's promoted. But this is a real marriage. This is a real situation. So we deal with our fair share, or even more than our fair share, of situations in marriage. And I can just be honest, and I'm quite sure she'll agree. And if she doesn't, she'll, let you know. But I can be honest and say this is probably one of the toughest jobs that you can ever have, is being married, being a husband or being a wife, and having to merge your life with someone. And, it's just a lot. It stretches you beyond measure. So, yeah, man, we've been through what we've been through since the last time we've been doing this podcast.
Let me just say something to your point. I think that I wanted to clarify why it can be a tough job. So for us, I'll speak for just our marriage. When you have traumatic past and trauma, when you have trauma in your life, you know, you have to deal with that on your own. You know what I mean? Like, you have to deal with that. You have to live with that. You have to sleep with that. You have to smile through that. You have to find happiness and joy, no matter what. You have to find happiness and joy even when you're in pain, even when you are still experiencing trauma. And sometimes you're unaware that you're experiencing trauma, but you just have a feeling that you are not okay. You're in a position where you just don't feel okay. You don't know how to articulate it. You don't know where it's coming from, because for so many years you've suppressed the pain and the trauma. And so when you merge your life with someone, it's a two parts to that. So for you have to learn how to.
For me?
No, I'm saying like for the person, for yourself.
Oh, I thought you
for
was
yourself. No, for
she's
you.
about to call me out real
you
quick.
have to. You have to learn how to understand what the feeling is and where it's coming from. And you also have to realize that you have to deal with it, right? And I'm not saying like deal with it and keep it. I'm saying deal with it so that you can heal it, right? So you got to deal to heal, right? So that's what you got to do. But if you've been suppressing it for so long, if you never talked to anybody about this, it's kind of hard to deal with it. It's kind of hard to even start the process of healing when you're dealing with this trauma. And so when you merge your life, you have this trauma in you, right? And then you wake up one day and you feel away, and your husband or your wife may say something or do something that they may think is funny, they may think it's helpful, they may think whatever, right? They that's what they think. It's an unintentional way that you're about to be triggered, and they trigger you, and now it's a problem. And so you don't know how to express that issue, right? Especially if you've never talked about it before. It's kind of hard to explain that that didn't make me feel good what you just did. But the person, your husband or your wife, they don't understand what's going on. So Black and I deal with that, and we still do. Till this day, we still deal with, I have a lot of, I'm not going to claim the trauma, but I do have trauma.
I think it's important to claim it.
I have trauma, right? And so, and Black knows that I have trauma. And he knows that I deal with, that I've been clinically diagnosed with depression, right? But I've always said that I'm never taking a medication. I don't want to subscribe to that. And so I deal with a lot, right? A lot of emotions. I feel really deeply. And so for me, when I feel like I've been hurt, or when I feel like I'm not being seen or heard, it is a problem for me, like a huge problem for me. And it stems from not only like my childhood, but it also stems from just relationships that I've been in and friendships and things like that. So to navigate through that is a big deal. It's a big thing.
So one of the things that you said, like everything you said is definitely on point. To add to that, right? I think one of the hardest things to do for anyone is to learn how to deal with those triggers. Because if we really look at the analogy, right? The analogy is basically saying that, you know, something pulled my trigger and then I went off. You know what I'm saying? Because trigger, of course, we associate that with a gun and we associate that with bullets and all of that. So, you know, then what's projected out of that harms the person that you're, you know, pointing it towards. So I think one of the things that people, as well as, you know, like myself as well, is that you have to learn how to have a safety on your gun. And I know that that's easier said than done, but, you know, guns have safeties on them so that when you get tempted to pull a trigger, whether it's, you know, intentional or unintentional, you know, you have that thing in place where you won't be able to do it because you know, that'll stop you from harming the other person. And I think that, to be honest with you, that's one of the hardest things. I think the 2 steps is hard. The first one is recognizing that you have trauma and acknowledging it, like that right there is a major step. And then the second step is learning how to deal with them so that they're not creating a harmful or a harmful reaction to yourself and to the people around you. And I think we both, have dealt with that. We both have, learned through it and still learning to this day. Like I said, y'all, this is a real marriage. Like this right here, even us right here talking right now is therapy. I can't, just to be real, we being completely real on this. This is therapy because like me and my wife may not even be, like even right now, I can't say that we in the best space. We not in the worst space. You know what I'm saying? But to be able to sit down here and talk to her and just be open and honest and just expose ourselves to y'all, it does something for me. You know what I'm saying? It allows me. I feel like I have an obligation to be transparent and honest in these conversations. So what it allows me to do is just open up when I want to really be sheltered in. Like, I really don't want to talk. I really don't want to deal with this or blah, blah, blah. But getting in front of the cameras and being right here beside my best friend, which makes it even worse because, considering she's my best friend, when we aren't on the same page, not talking to her is even more painful than, normal. So,
all right, so the thing.
That laugh is telling you. Listen, whenever you hear that laugh after I make a comment, expect something. It's coming. I already know it. I'm just gonna wait for it.
So I've been thinking about this a lot lately, and I think we talked about this on one of our previous podcasts about like friendship and being a best friend to your spouse, and it was kind of split with people feeling like they don't feel like their spouse is their best friend. And I never really understood how people can feel like that until Black, right? And so because we fuck with each other so hard.
You never understood what? You never understood
why people can say, I don't feel like you my best friend right now. Like,
oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
So since we're talking about trauma and all that other stuff, it ties in. Because we fuck with each other so hard and so deep, one of the things that really like hurts me is when I feel like I'm not being seen or heard after I've voiced how I felt. And at that point, I don't look at him as my husband. Like, I really, like, whenever we're going through something, I never really look at you like my husband. It's always like, damn, he just like everybody else, just like every friend that I thought that I had that wasn't really fucking with me for real at that point. You know what I'm saying? And it really bothers me. Like, it hurts me so deep. It cuts me so deep that I don't hold him at the high regard, at the high like standard or whatever you want to call it as a husband. I hold him there as my friend, right? Because that's how we started. And so whenever we like beefing or whenever we're like not in a good space, it's always like this friendship is so fucked right now. Like, and for me, like when I feel like my friendships are fucked, I have been known to be like, you know what? You don't really fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? And you show me that you don't fuck with me. So we don't need to do this.
I want to jump in real quick. And I'm glad you said that because it makes me see where the issue is for me. The issue is for me that regardless of if we're friends or not, I should never be downgraded.
What you mean downgraded?
So husband is top. Friend is cool. Friend is great. But husband supersedes friend. And so in my mind, when we're beefing, I never reduce you to a friend. I still look at you and still deal with you or try my best to deal with you as if you're, not as if, but deal with you as you being my wife.
So it's always perspective.
Yeah, but I mean that I think that,
because for me it doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like a downgrade.
Well, it definitely is, because I think if you thought if you thought that I was, if I remained your husband in that mindset, then I don't think you would say certain things. I don't think you would do certain things because of where you place a husband. You know what I'm saying? Versus where you place a friend. Like you said, your experiences with friends, you have had situations where friends have let you down. Countless friends have let you down, and you walked away, or y'all didn't talk for a period of time and all of that. You know what I'm saying? So you're used to these kind of relationships where, this happens and you can just immediately cut yourself off and be like, boom. But I'm your husband. So me being your husband, you don't have that luxury. You don't have the luxury to walk away and be like, I'm done. Or, you don't have that luxury. And I think that, this puts everything in perspective, because I think sometimes, like, that's how it feels too. That's exactly how it feels. It feels like you reduced me to a friend, and yeah, I could be treated just like any kind of past relationship that you had that, something went wrong.
So you keep saying like reduce, right? But it's not, I don't reduce you to anything when we are beefing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I look at it and I'm like, oh my God, like, he's supposed to be my fucking dog. Like, why is he? So I guess it makes sense because your husband, and now it makes sense as to why people say my husband is not my best friend. My husband is my husband, and I have my homegirls and my girls to be my best friends. Because a husband, so let me ask you this, because what it sounds like is the husband can get a pass, right? The husband gets a pass on certain things that friends don't get a pass on, as far as the way they treat you.
No, I'll use the analogy that we always speak of, that we kind of disagree on as well. As far as being, well, we don't necessarily fully disagree, but being a friend to your child versus being a parent. You know what I'm saying? Parent supersedes it all. So it like at moments I just can't be your friend. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I can be both. I feel like I can be a friend and a parent. But when things get tough and that goes beyond a friendship level, I have to be a parent. Like, that is the top joint. So I can't walk away from the situation. I can't allow, this to happen on its own or whatever. I have to intervene, and I have to figure out how I can support my child. You know what I'm saying? Whether that means if I need to change, or if I need him to change, or if we need to find help to see how we can, change together or whatever. But I have to figure out some kind of solution versus, me just saying, oh, I'm your friend, but you know what I'm saying, you going through this, you deal with it on your own. So that's what I mean by it. You definitely don't get a pass. If you're the husband versus friend, or a wife versus friend. I just think that there is more responsibility. There is more things that you have to do. There is more that is expected of you that you have to, do, that is going to be grueling, is going to be stressful, is going to be just tough, But as a husband and as a wife, that's your role. As a friend, you can walk away from it. You know what I'm saying? You can be, I'm done with it. But as a husband or wife, you don't have that luxury.
As I get older, I don't really, when I have true friendship now, and I have I'll say unconditional friendship. I've never experienced friendship like this ever, and I don't feel like I will ever walk away from those friendships. Ever. So I'm just saying that to your point of you can walk away from
I don't feel like you, I know the friendships that you're speaking of, and I say that y'all were meant for each other. And I think that y'all well, I know that y'all gonna be friends to the day y'all die. Period. Like,
Yeah.
that's the kind of relationship. However, you felt this way, you know, not as deep. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is another level. But in the past, you've had a friendship in which you thought, you know, was till death do us part. You know what I'm saying? But there were no vows given. There was no commitment to God. You know, there was no living together. There was no, you know, having a child together. There was no sharing finances. There was no none of that. You know, with a husband or a wife, that's a whole different commitment. So I do understand that, but it's just a totally different commitment.
So in 2021,
so we off that?
Yeah, we off that.
All right, we off that. Quick,
so,
move.
So in
get going.
2021, last year, I think that was the toughest year
of
for our marriage.
It beat our first year of marriage?
Oh my God, it surpassed our first year. Last year, I couldn't even give Sage, our daughter, the proper birthday party. And you know how I feel about birthday parties.
Yeah, but you had the pandemic. I think if the pandemic wasn't here, you would have went all out.
Motherfucking party.
If the pandemic were here, you would have had giraffes.
All balloons and shit.
Elephants.
She would have had a whole, well, if I wasn't scared of animals, she would have had the whole fucking zoo.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. So no, not the giraffes.
It's just big ass stuffed animals.
Instead of regular balloons, it would have been a whole bunch of hot air balloons. But you would have been extra.
Even life-size balloons, I'm scared.
Yes.
No, God, we don't need those big. But no, it was rough last year. So I don't think that, I think people tell you, but they don't tell you in depth what having a child can do. So, all right. So I think, well, not that I think. Black, when I was pregnant, oh my God, I had never seen him be so like caring and attentive and gentle and like, oh my God, that level of care was so like superb. What is it? Superb. Superb. That I got so used to that care, that attentiveness, that the way he loved me when I was pregnant. It was just so good, right? And then I had the baby, and then, you know, he it kind of like changed, right? I'm like, damn, did he just care about me like this because I was carrying his fucking baby? But no, I think for us, it changed, and it changed so quick. Like, it changed so. Why are you smiling?
Because
anytime y'all can't hear his smile, but anytime he does this smile like this, it's just like my laugh. But he also has a laugh too. But whenever he does this smile,
it just makes me think of the play. It makes me think of the play. If y'all don't know, we have a play called Views from Forever. We will be doing it again, so be on the lookout.
Oh, shout out to Charles. Rest in peace, Charles.
I don't want to do that.
I'm going to do that. Rest in peace, Charles. We love you so much. Thank you for everything.
So in the play, I mean, it just reminded me of a line.
What line?
In the line that says, see, fellas, that's why you don't do
exactly.
That's why you don't do all this stuff for your woman, because it becomes the measuring stick for everything else.
Exactly. You need to treat me like you treated me when I was pregnant all the time. No, for that's real.
Pressure,
that's the type
man.
of love and care that that shit makes me feel so good, and to not have that anymore, it's kind of like,
that's tough.
It's disappointing.
Yeah,
it's disappointing.
It's tough.
And it's like, damn, well, first of all, I'm never getting pregnant again.
Never.
So I'll never experience that type of attentiveness.
But what about it though? Like, you know, we can take like bits and pieces of it, but if you're talking about the whole thing, like,
I don't need you to help me get in and out of the bed. I don't need you to help me get in and out of the car.
So what you talking about?
I'm talking about like just the emotional and mental part of it. Like I had a really tough pregnancy.
Yes.
Like it was so, oh God, it was like the worst thing. It was the worst thing. I don't care about y'all mothers out there that's gonna say, don't say that pregnancy is a joy. It's a joy for you. It wasn't a joy for me. I don't like it. I didn't like it with Gabby. I didn't like it with Sage. I don't like being pregnant, period. It doesn't agree with my body. My body is whatever.
So let me ask you a question. So, what do you think it took for me to do that? Do you think, and then on top of that, like, do you think that taking care of you during that time and doing all of the other things that I have to do as the husband and father, you know what I'm saying? Do you think that was stressful for me?
I mean, it may have been, but it didn't. It doesn't seem like it should be, because it's like love is an action word, and you constantly showed me love, constantly. Like you showed me, like I didn't have to wonder.
Do you think that it's taxing on me to, you know, like you're an emotional person, you know, so just regular, you're emotional, so being pregnant is multiplied times whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Nikki and Wumi kept saying they will peek in and out of the chat like, is she okay today? Is she gonna block us today?
Yeah. So you don't think that having to, you know, cater to that and having to make sure that is okay, so that you don't, you know, go into some kind of, you know, place that I don't need you to be, or you don't need to be. You don't think that that's taxing? You don't think that, you know, and I'm not just speaking of me, I'm speaking of men in general. Like, you don't think that it takes two people to have a baby, of course. The mother carries the child. But there is a certain level of responsibility that is on us. And do you think that comes with like a lot of stress, a lot of, you know, mental challenges? You know what I'm saying? And do you think that may come with trauma, or that may come with, like, what do y'all think about the husband during this pregnancy? Or even let's even go even further. You know what I'm saying? And this is not like, I don't want it to seem like it's pick and choosing, but, you know, I recently spoke to a couple of friends who, you know, male friends who actually lost, you know, children through, you know what I'm saying? They did them and their wives didn't make it, you know, through the whole carrying process. So, you know, they supporting their wives, and I'll ask the question, like, how are you doing? You know what I'm saying? What's up with you? Nah, man, you know I'm being strong for my wife, blah, blah, blah. And then I keep digging, and they break down. You know what I'm saying? They start crying and just so much frustration and all of that. But before we get off the phone, I got to make sure that you straight and get you right, so that you can go in there and support your wife. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what you got to do. Ultimately, you got to do that.
So I think with you saying that, I think that it's very important for men to recognize that they need support too during that time, and that they have a support system so that they can have an outlet. You know what I mean? Because, like, I know for me, like, my pregnancy, like, I was thinking about how you felt, but I couldn't. It was so much. Like, I'm literally growing a baby.
I didn't want you to think about that, like, during the time. That's definitely not the time. I'm just talking about in conversation. Does these type of conversations happen amongst women about men as the conversations happen amongst men about their women? Like, you know, how is your wife doing? You know what I'm saying? How is she all right? Like, you know, hey, look, you need to go home and be with your wife, blah, blah, blah. Do women, you know, have those conversations?
My friends, we have those conversations. They do check in. We do check in on the husband or the whoever, the boyfriend or excuse me, whomever that person is dealing with, you know.
Okay.
So we do. But so back to what our year.
We having a little pit stop. Nah, I was just saying we just keep having little pit stops every time we talk, but this is good.
Yeah. One of the things last year, I don't ever want to experience what I experienced last year, because to be honest, I felt like it was completely over. I felt like I kept hitting roadblocks. I couldn't get through to you. You didn't hear me. You didn't see me. I didn't hear you. I didn't see you. It was just so much. And it was always, you did this, you did that, you. And it was very hard for us both of us to see how we were affecting one another. It was so bad that we were getting offers to do things as Forever Dunkin'. And I'm like, I'm not doing that shit. You think I'm about to be out here with you on some damn body stage talking about love and marriage when I don't even like you right now? Fuck no. Tell them we're not coming. I don't care how much. Like, it was just so crazy. It was so crazy. Like, Black would be all for it. Black like, yeah, let's go do it. Let's go. And I'm like, I'm not doing it. I'm not showing up as no happy ass fucking couple. We're not fucking happy. We're not happy. I'm not showing up. I'm not doing none of that shit at all.
Yeah. You know, yeah, it was tough. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I think it goes back to what we were saying about, you know, friendship and husband. Like, I never thought it was over until like one time.
Until I stood up and said, I want a separation.
Nah, that wasn't even it. The part was when, you know, when I said, you know, when I was telling you, like, yo, look, what we gonna do? Like, what we gonna do? Like, I'm not trying to talk no more about, you know, how we gonna figure this out or whatever. Now it's like, okay, so how we gonna do this then? How we gonna make this separation happen? You know, that's when I was at my wit's end. But before that, I never thought of leaving. I never thought that it was over. I never thought, like, I just knew that it was work. I knew that it was uncomfortable. I knew that it was some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mean bullshit in the sense of, like, you know, what you were saying, it wasn't valid, or, you know, what I was saying was more. I'm just saying the situation in general. And I just knew. Like, I got into this marriage knowing that it wasn't going to be peachy creamy. I really did. I don't have any examples of peachy creamy marriages. No, I don't know if anyone does. You know what I'm saying? Look at the dude. What's the
Megan?
Yeah,
Megan Fox and Devon Franklin.
That's her name. That Megan Good.
Megan Good. I can never get these.
Say Megan Fox. Hold on.
I could never get these celebrities' names.
Yeah, like that. Nobody suspected that, and they.
I'm gonna be honest. Okay. When I was looking at her Instagram, I was like, something's happening in this marriage.
Oh yeah, but I'm talking about leading up to it. You know what I'm saying? They writing books together. They going on these tours, and they, you know, talking about marriage or whatever. And I didn't, like, no one saw that coming.
There were a lot of people that separated in the public eye, that separated and divorced last year that you would never think that was. And some of them haven't said anything yet publicly, but I know they are just, I guess, afraid of what it will look like to the public.
I mean, I think what the problem is, though, is that people don't get a chance to see inside of marriages. Mm-hmm. And so their expectations is so high that when they get in them and they realize that it wasn't what they signed up for, because what they signed up for was something that was, you know, false, then they just automatically went out. Like, I knew that it was going to be something. I knew, man. And then I married you. I'm like, oh, come on. It's double something. It's triple something.
Why would you say that?
Because come on, baby. You know.
No, I want you to tell me. What are you talking about? Why is it triple something?
I mean, you are extra, and I mean that in the greatest possible way. I always tell you, like, I love your extra, because you're extra in everything. You know what I'm saying? You're extra in business, you're extra in friendship, you're extra in love, you're extra in parenting, you're extra in cooking, you're extra in, but you're extra in trauma. You're extra in arguments. You're extra in, triggers. You're extra in, you're extra all across the board. And so, I knew that getting into this relationship that's what it was.
And so you looked at it as just how I was and not how you would be?
No.
Okay.
I think, me personally, and you can check me on this, I'm quite sure.
Will.
Yeah. Me personally, I think I'm very introspective.
Oh.
I do. Okay. I do. I think I'm very introspective. I think that
you are selectively introspective.
I mean, that may be true.
I think that's what it is, because you're not introspective in everything.
I think that
at all.
I think that I can be selective during moments, like during times where I may be boxed in a corner or something. I may not be as introspective as I need to be in that moment. But when I walk away from it, I think about it, and I think about what I did wrong and what I could do to correct it. You know what I'm saying? Or what, how I could have communicated it better, or how we can, you got to give me credit on that. Like, come on.
I just gave you credit. I said you're introspective. You're selectively introspective.
Okay. I mean, I'll take that. I'll take that
all the time.
But I would agree. So, I knew what I'm saying is I knew what I signed up for. And so because I knew I signed up for it, it was like, all right, let's get to it. Well, I ain't welcoming it. Like, come on, bring on the heartache or bring on the pain. But I'm like, I know it's going to show up. How you going to work through it? What you going to do? Come on, dog. Like, this is a part of the growth. And it is whack. But, I mean, shit, it's there. And it ain't going nowhere.
I don't think that I signed up for this. I feel like you bamboozled me a little bit. I feel like, in the beginning, we had our stuff, but I don't feel like, I feel like it was a little baby bamboozle in there. I don't feel like I think I
showed you exactly what it was.
I don't think so. No.
I think so. Like, think about the things that I said to you, and you got mad and stormed out. That was okay. This is what it's going to be. Yeah.
In my best Larry David style. You want to get into some questions?
Oh, yeah.
Let's get into some questions.
So we've decided to, instead of doing this at home, we're going to do this in front of y'all, and we're going to come up with some questions that we ask each other. And some of them are going to be some dope joints. Y'all should do this at home. We probably going to put some of these questions on our Instagram so that y'all can do this at home.
All right. Let me see. All right. You want to go first? You go first.
Okay. Oh my God. All these joints is just random joints that you going to get a kick out of. Okay. So, if you could change one thing about me.
Yes.
What would it be and why?
I would change the way you comprehend what I say. The reason I would change it is because you put a remix on it. When I say something, like when I say it and I mean it, and this is what I'm saying, how I feel, you remix it to what you feel like you heard.
So do I say so what I'm hearing you say is?
Yes.
So start doing that. What I'm hearing you say is such and such.
Right. But then respond to that, not to what is in your mind.
No. If I say what I'm hearing you say is this, then
right.
You have to correct me if that's not what you're saying.
Right. And you have to know, when I correct you, it has to just be that.
No, that's cool.
Okay.
I mean,
that's what I would change.
Okay.
God hear me. God always hears us. Okay. All right. So you go. Me.
I just went.
No, we equal opportunity. So you got to answer to your own question.
Oh, shit.
See, I knew you didn't understand what equal opportunity mean. This is what the fuck I'm talking about. I just asked you in the beginning, what does it mean?
If I could change one thing about you, what would it be and why? I would want to change your tolerance for tough conversations. And I would want to change that because I think that if your tolerance was higher, we could get to resolutions more quickly and not be in a little dumb little phase that I can't stand.
Okay. All right. What is the one thing we've lost in our relationship that you love to get back? You about to cry? Every time you about to cry, you do that with your eye.
Damn, what's the one thing that we lost in our relationship that I wish we could get back? That's tough. I feel like I'm just gonna say the thing that's the top of the mind, but then it's gonna be something else that I was like, damn, I wish I said that. I think like the easiness of our communication.
You think it was easy in the beginning? You really think that? I was worse in the beginning
All right.
with the way I know that I've changed. I know that I've grown with communication and all of that stuff. Because even when I look back at our videos of when I used to record myself or you would record me,
yeah, I'll give you that.
I would be fucking horrible.
That's true. So let me rethink. That's a tough one. I just the fun that we used to have. You know what I'm saying? It just used to be like everything was fun, you know? And I think life like took some of that, you know, but yeah, I think the fun.
I would say the same thing. I would say that like dating, because we always did stuff. And I honestly think once we had Sage, that's when it got like, oh shit.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
Yeah, and we love her to death. Oh God, we love her so much. However, it definitely, I think just us adjusting to her. I mean, and you know, as she gets older, like as we continue to really work on it, I think it'll get better. But it's the fun is definitely not like it used to be.
Man, we both.
Excuse me.
We both, you know, 10 years plus removed from newborn. You know what I'm saying?
And this baby is wild.
She's super wild. She's nothing like we've ever seen before. Ever.
She's like, you know, fun.
Yeah.
Y'all niggas ain't having no more fun.
Nah,
I'm here.
Listen, y'all only gonna have fun with me. And that's if I feel like having it.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Don't say that.
Don't say that. Shh. Don't say that. She is so wild.
She be like,
all right, go ahead.
I'm gonna say that one for last. When you have a stressful day, what would you like me to do to help you deal with it?
Send me away. Send me away.
Send you away like where?
Tell me, baby, listen, you need some time to yourself. You need time to yourself because you trying to navigate through this with the kids, with me, with trying to figure out what we gonna eat, trying to figure out like all of that stuff. You need time to yourself to decompress. Send me the fuck away. Even if it's for 4 hours, an hour, 2 hours, send me away. Do not try to talk me through the shit. Don't try to me all of us play games. None of that shit. I don't want to have to do anything. Send me away. Send me away. And I'm not talking about on a plane.
Okay.
Just send me away. Just say, baby, look, you need some time. I think that you need some time to yourself. Go ahead. I got it. I got the kids. I got the house. Go ahead.
Okay.
Bye. And I will go the fuck away.
Okay.
And come back renewed, restored, and refreshed. And better. I can serve you better. I can serve the kids better. I can be better for myself. But send me the fuck away. No, we not about to talk about this. I don't want to go upstairs in the room. I don't want to do any of this shit. Send me away.
Okay. It's my go.
Yes.
I'm going to remix that. I'm going to remix it. I would say send me away, but to be honest with you, I would be cool if y'all just went away. I know that sounds terrible.
So no, it doesn't. So because I don't want to stay in the house. You cool with being in there by yourself?
I'm cool with being by myself.
I don't want to be in the house.
I'm also cool with going somewhere. You know what I'm saying, and just chilling by myself. You know, just time.
Okay, so we both want to be sent the fuck away.
Or I just want to be
send away or go away.
Yeah, send away or go away.
All right. Now this is stamped. Send me. Hey,
hold up before you stamp it. Before you stamp it,
look at me.
Hold up, before you stamp it, I gotta make sure that's what I really want.
Well, wait. Why you thinking? Look at me. Send me the fuck away.
I heard you. I heard you loud and clear.
Yeah.
How long?
However long it takes.
Yeah. No. We gotta have time limits on this.
A day.
Or
this is what we'll do. We'll do 4 to 12 hours.
4 to 12.
Yep, 4 to 12 hours.
Both.
Huh?
Both.
Yes.
4 to 12 hours.
Yep.
But how do we determine that this day is so stressful?
Oh, we could do this. We could say, look, it's a 4-hour day. It's a 4-hour stressful day, and it doesn't have to be every day or every week.
How many of these do you get a month?
3 sendaways or 3 go-aways.
For both.
No
rollovers.
You have to use it or lose it. If you don't use this shit, and then you can't fake a stressful day.
Yeah, can you? Cause you sure like you sure that you won't be like, you know, you just don't feel like it today or you whatever, and you be like, hey, look, I'm stressed.
I'm cashing in. I'm cashing the fuck in. If I don't feel like it, I'm using it because I'm not gonna lose it.
But that's
3.
not.
All right, let's just do this. Let's just do 1 a month.
1 a month. I'm cool with that. 1 a month. 1 a month.
Send me
4 to 12.
4 to 12.
4 to 12.
Yeah.
Right, boom. I'm cool with that. Bow. Bing bong. I think that's the joint.
Okay, my go.
Yep.
What has loving me taught you about yourself?
Shit. That I can withstand anything. Okay. Right.
That's the truth. That's how you feel for real.
Yeah. I mean, it taught me. What has loving you taught me about myself? So I'm gonna give a compliment to myself, and then I'm also gonna give something that, you know, it's taught me that I need to work on. So it's taught me that I have a tremendous, or a good level, let me not say tremendous, a good level of patience. It's taught me that I can recognize that I have a good level of patience. I still have a lot more to go, but I do have a good level of patience. It has shown me that I need to be a more effective listener. Yeah, that I need to be a more effective listener, or I need to, you know, ask questions to get the answers that are important.
Loving you has taught me that I don't have a lot of patience. I really don't have a lot of patience. I know I shouldn't, but, and I'm working on this, I have to stop expecting things. But I also feel like, man, people say you shouldn't expect stuff, but why do they even have the word expectations? Like,
what you mean? They got a rack of words.
I know. I knew you was gonna say this shit. But no. Okay, so let me just scratch that. But no, it has taught me that, you know, I definitely don't have a lot of patience when it comes to, like, I expect people to know this, right? As opposed to me, like, having a level of empathy that you're learning this skill or that you're learning this
on the job training.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, definitely. It taught me that. And then what's the that's not a compliment.
No.
So a compliment taught myself. Loving you has taught me loving you has taught me that whatever I put my mind to, I can definitely do it. Like, I knew it already, but I tell you this all the time. Anything that you say that you're going to do when it comes to business, like when it comes to business, you are just out of this world executor. And so it shows me that whatever I say I can do, I definitely can do it when it comes to like my professional life.
Wow, that's a hell of a compliment.
You're welcome.
This is my last question. Hey, look, once again, we're going to put some of these questions on our Instagram page. May even start engaging with y'all on our Facebook page, too, so that y'all can answer some of these questions. Do this with your spouse or your boyfriend or your girlfriend, you know, or your significant other. We're doing this in front of y'all. How can I love you better?
Why are you so like blown about this question? Why wouldn't you want to know this?
I asked you that. I've asked you that multiple times.
Yeah, but why were you just so blown about it just now? Like, that's wild to me that you was just blown. Like why would you want to ask that question?
I want to ask that question, but you know, I mean, you know, I feel like you may start coming with a laundry list.
Lord Jesus.
But are you gonna answer the question?
Ask it again.
How can I love you better?
Do what I asked you to do.
That's loaded.
Do what I asked you to do.
That's loaded.
For me.
That's loaded.
For me. Do what I asked you to do for me. And approach the things that I asked you to do for me the way you approach the way you handle business. That's what I would love. That's how you can love me better. The way you are so gung-ho and stay up all night with business, that's how I want you to do for me.
Okay.
This is tough for him. He asked me to marry him. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. All right, so go ahead. You answer the question now.
How can you love me better?
No, you have to.
That's it. How can you love me better?
Yeah. Oh, so I have to answer it.
No, I have to answer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You have to answer it.
Yeah, but well, you ask it so that I can.
How can I love you better?
Two things. You gave me two. You gave me two things. One is by understanding who I am and like loving me as I am, you know, and understanding that some of the things that you may ask me is just not natural for me. So it's work in progress. The other thing is the first one was love me as I am. The second one is to be concerned about, like, and I'm not saying this to say that you're not, you know what I'm saying? But I would love I don't know. I would love to feel like you care about my mental state. You know what I'm saying? My mental state at any point in time, like, you know, that you see the things that I'm lifting and juggling and this and that. You know what I'm saying? And there's a certain level of just recognition of it. That's all.
Okay. Last question.
All right.
If you could heal a pain inside of me, which would it be and why?
If I can heal a pain inside of you. Damn, that's a deep
I
one.
know this doesn't sound like we're happily married. This episode.
I don't think so. See, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I know, but I'm saying that's what people probably are not used to this.
Oh yeah. Hey, this is marriage. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. This is why this podcast exists, because this is what people need to see. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to see what it really is in marriage. I love my wife. I would have it no other way but then to be married to this woman through the good and the bad. You know what I'm saying? There are the good outweigh the bad, like, exceptionally. Like, yeah, there's no comparison. But when it's bad, it's bad. But the good, hey, I wouldn't have it any other way. But it's work. It's work. It's work. It's work. It's the hardest work that you'll ever do. So back to the question, what trauma in you,
what pain
in you that I would love to heal?
And why?
Your pain that is associated with always having to fight. And I'm not, just talking about just me. I'm talking about in general. You are a fighter. And I would love to go back in time and create a safe space where you didn't necessarily have to feel like you had to do that. So that you can just, be at peace. So that is definitely the trauma or the pain that I would want to heal in you. You
Thank
crying? You crying? Why are you crying?
It's so funny. I was just talking to Dr. Dawn, and she was just speaking to that fighting spirit inside of me. So that's why she just said that to me today. So it's a real thing, y'all. It's a real thing that I didn't recognize. But I'm always in fight or flight mode constantly. And it is
or fight then flight.
Yeah, it's a gift and a curse. And it just literally just gave me a headache just now. But okay, so what pain would I heal in you? Not having your mom. I think that's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing. That's the number one. I think that would resolve everything. That's what I think.
Yeah. But you ain't. I'm not doing it.
I'm not asking you to cry.
I know you not. I know you not.
This has been a great episode.
It has been.
Thank y'all for returning with us. Thank y'all for supporting us. Thank you for being here. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Is this? Yeah. We're on YouTube. So like, share, and subscribe.
We on YouTube. We on Spotify. We on iTunes. We on
all the scenes.
Yeah, all the joints. Just search for Friends Who Smash. Or you can go to foreverduncan.com.
Yes.
See all our latest episodes.
Oh, let's tell them about our candle.
Oh, yes.
Y'all can go to foreverduncan.com. No, foreverduncan.
It's foreverduncan.com.
Yeah, foreverduncan.com. Mm-hmm. Go to the site right now. We have some new candles out. We're very excited. Some Forever Loving candles out. They are handmade, handcrafted, specifically for you.
Yeah.
We offer a candle club where you get a candle once a month, or you get however many candles you want. You get one. You can go and just buy one, smell it, see what you think about it, come back and, sign up for our candle club. We offer them every single month. We have a different theme every month.
Yes.
Different scents, different smells. They smell really, really good. They burn for over 150 hours. Yeah.
No, 60.
Oh, we
60.
Changed it?
Yeah.
Okay, we changed the size. Yes, so we changed the size. Sorry.
So 60. So normally you'll get something that burns like 20 hours or whatever, but
it's a 60-hour candle.
Yeah, it burns for 60 hours.
And it's so beautiful. Wait till you see it. Go to the site right now. Right now, go to the site and you'll see how gorgeous the candle is. And make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend to get a candle and join our candle club.
Yeah.
Also, Forever Loving music, it's a QR code on the candle.
But we're gonna do different months. We're gonna have some kind of offering for a QR code on the candle.
Yeah, but this month is for Valentine's Day. We have the Forever Loving, my husband's Forever Loving song.
So we're pre-ordering.
Pre-order the candle now, and you'll get it by Valentine's Day.
Yes.
Or if you just want to get it for your home, because I know candles help me with my mental health. They help me with stress. I light a candle every day. I literally just not blew them out. I put the lid over top of them.
I blow them out.
He blows them out, blows me so bad. But you put that was so corny. You put the lid over top of it. But yes, I have candles burning all throughout the house all day, every day.
Yes.
It definitely creates a mood.
And then also we have Duncan Planning Agency. So I know we be doing special things for each other. A lot of y'all see it and comment and ask, where is this? How can we do this? How can we get this? And so what we decided to do was come up with a planning agency to assist you with that. So if you want to do something special for your significant other, some kind of date night, we're going to have special events. It's happening. It's going to be a lot of good things coming out of Duncan Planning Agency. Yes. So you can also go to foreverduncan.com and you'll see the tab for Duncan Planning Agency as well as the candles.
Yes. Shout out to Shop Happy. I'm wearing Shop Happy today. This is Shop Happy. I'm all for black-owned businesses.
Let's start doing that then.
So if you have anything that you want to send to me that you would like me to wear on air,
Same. Hey, listen. I said same. Because we got to let
for us. You can go to our website. Our P.O. box is on there. P.O. Box 1540, White Plains, Maryland 20695.
I got on a Spizzy shirt.
Yes.
I got on a With Great Care hat.
Shout out to Yusha Assad.
Yeah. So, we're going to do that. So, every episode, we also going to talk about the outfits that we got on.
Yes, it's always black owned. It's always black owned.
Yeah, I love that. I love that.
So, Shop Happy on Instagram is Shop Happy with an I 2019 on Instagram.
And I think this is this bracelet. I think this bracelet is in sequence.
It's in sequence. I forgot how to pronounce it though. She's gonna kill me.
Me too.
Ideo.
Ayo.
Yeah.
Idea. Ayo.
Wait, don't butcher it.
Idiami.
Yeah, don't butcher it.
Don't
do that. Now you getting ignorant.
My bad. In sequence.
I'm here, but I still don't know how to pronounce it.
Let me see.
Okay. Wait.
Let me see.
Okay, here we go.
Let me try it out. Yeah.
We'll put it.
Adiaha Iyo, I think is what it's called.
We'll put what we're wearing in the captions.
And then also, before we leave, we just want to send a special shout out to somebody who meant the world to us. Forever, Views from Forever Play. We had a director by the name of Charles Brown. He was the music director or the director of music at Zion Church. You know, he was a really, really great friend of ours. If any of you have ever saw Views from Forever, he was the director, and he is the person who pulled, you know, everything out of us. But even more importantly, he was a great person.
A great friend.
He was a great friend.
He was my birthday twin. He was the first person that knew we were pregnant with Royal Sage.
Yes. So, rest in peace to you, Charles. We love you. We're going to keep moving forward, brother.
I'm going to make you so proud.
Yeah.
Miss you.
So we out, y'all. We out. This is the Friends Who Smash podcast.
Yes, we'll see you back here next week, next Thursday, with another episode. We have some great guests next week.
Yeah.
So yeah, make sure you tune in. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Tell a friend.
Have little listening parties. I don't care what you do. Just make sure you're here with us and you're listening.
I love you, baby.
Love you too.
Peace.
Cause I love it.